Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Two Brothers. We got middle spawn. You know what's about to happen next. We are with RT and Alphonse here, and we're going right up the middle, boys. There's a certain way to push the middle, and we're going to talk about that. But we're back in the Burgoon, just a terror of a legendary tier battleship. This was recorded a while ago, actually, but I love this ship. It does everything well. Some people don't agree with me. That's fine, but this ship actually has the best win rate and the best damage total right now, even passing the Yamato. Now, I do think that is who is playing it, the stats from Wargaming, but regardless of that, it's just a ship I really enjoy. Now, we do have a division here, and that absolutely makes things easier. We have a Hydro Destroyer, we have a Radar Cruiser with insane DPM. If I was doing this on my own, I would probably have HE loaded. AP can obliterate most things, even without overmatch from the Burgoon and its 15-inch guns. But I would probably have HE loaded just because sometimes destroyers who have no clue what they're doing like to go up the middle. Now, obviously, RT is with us, and that's the only reason. I don't recommend destroyers going up the middle. And even people that know what they're doing. Now, if you really want a challenge, then go for it, but most of the time they just end up dying. And I just finished stream with a team who had very little knowledge. Two Brothers is one of those maps where it's very unique in the regard of there's not the standard ABC or triple cap, positions. Now they do have domination on this map, but basically you just want to make sure that one side is not like, for example, tonight there were 6 ships on our side. We got overrun. Now I did kite and I did do. Basically, I won the game for our team by what I did, capping and kiting, etc., distracting 6 of their ships for almost 7 minutes. But you want to read the game flow, essentially. You cannot just YOLO up the middle with no regard. And the first step of going up the middle is doing what Alphonse is doing right here, unless you're in a battleship, really, and that is rounding the corner. You don't want to round this corner, especially in a cruiser that can be overmatched, without first determining or poking your nose around that corner, as we lose a destroyer in 2 minutes. So he probably got random torp. That's happened to me before. No big deal. But RT sent a good set of torps here, and we do have this Marco. I'm actually waiting. I'm not calling for radar just yet from Alphonse. We don't want to notify everyone we are in the middle just yet, as we have not been detected. But here is the Marco. We just got detected. I wanted a better shot than this, but he does go dark here, and we do get a decent chunk, but not the best not the best results from that. But he actually beaches, and we're going to keep the AP loaded here. We have no threats of a destroyer just yet. One was detected out there, and we are actually not detected ourselves. So that is why Alphonse is saving his radar. If we were to be detected without spotting another ship, we would know that a destroyer is beyond that. Now here, for some reason, the Marco backs up broadside. We take a nice shot at the waterline, and there is 8 penetrations. How I didn't get a Citadel there, I don't know. But he takes out our gun. We go ahead and repair it. I'm not losing a gun in this fight because I know this game is going to be epic. But we take him there for another Citadel. If I'm being honest, that should have been an absolute dev strike, but Alphonse does an excellent job of wiping him off. Now, we are in a little dangerous spot. I think there was a Mino or another ship there, which is going to set us on fire. But basically, you want to play the nose game, the island game. And that first island is right there. You can see Alphonse is playing it, and the next one is right here. A little strategy that you can use in capture the base is to get in the base here. And right now, we are stopping the point influx. Our battleship on the left actually died, so we either need to push this fairly aggressively, and by that I mean, getting the attention of the ships in the middle here, or go back and defend our base, because our base is being pushed from that south side, or that west side there, because 2 ships died. I don't know how people die in less than 5 minutes. If you're not lasting longer than 5 minutes, according to the box on Viagra, you need to contact your doctor. But if you're not lasting 5 minutes in this game, you need to rethink your strategy. Now, we mentioned the DD taking torps obviously is not, that happens sometimes. We don't have perfect games every game. But here we get a pretty weird Citadel, and then I switched to the HE because the Marco is stern tanking. I probably should have just kept the AP loaded, but we wanted to kill him. Our team makes a bold move here, and it actually works, but just be cautious of doing this by yourself, because we don't know what's to the right. even though our team actually did kill another battleship out there. But there could be another destroyer. There is another destroyer in the game, so we don't exactly know where he is. Double fired here, we go ahead and put that out. Never put out a single fire. And we actually get a double fire on that Marlborough, which is why we switch back to the HE. Now, fire spamming a British battleship is probably not top on my list of good plays, but because this Marlborough is tanking or angling, that is what we're going to do. So, like we mentioned earlier, Alphonse is playing this like a pro. He is slowly moving up to give our team a good source of DPM against that Marlborough. Unfortunately, we get double fired after putting out the other double fire, but that is the way it goes running flammable cannoneer I think we have on this build. But RT, because of his excellent position, actually spots this Mino coming in, and I think Alphonse's Hydra, one of the two, spot this Mino coming in. And we know that he has, 8 or 10? I think it's 10. I don't know. He has 8 or more deadly torpedoes that he can single fire. So I kind of wanted to peek around this island here, and I actually think I tell Alphonse to pop his Hydro now. But we decide to back up instead of pushing out here. I could have sacrificed my ship for getting the Dev Strike on the Mino, but what does that do for my team? A lot of people do not understand patience, and this right here is a perfect example of that. We actually got triple fired, but the double fire went out, so we go ahead and pop our heal. We are running Will to Rebuild on this, and if I'm being honest, like Cranky mentioned and in his video, Will to Rebuild is absolutely broken, so that needs to be adjusted or fixed. So I might switch to fight fire with fire, but Alphonse has excellent position here. There are torps coming, and Alphonse obliterates that Mino. So the gearing was the source of those second set of torps, actually, or that set of torps, but he ends up on what's his name, RT's Hydro there, and he gets obliterated from a Des Moines and a Daring. That is a bad day. But you can see that Marlborough, because he's a British battleship, has healed up, and our team now on the right has pushed through, and because of our presence in the middle without being stupid and YOLOing, we have a fantastic position here to help our team win the game. RT unfortunately goes down while I get a double Citadel on that Marlborough, putting our damage total to a nice 130,000 here, halfway into the game. This Kurfürst, for whatever reason, I think turns broadside. No, he is angled here, but I think he turns broadside later on. We still have the AP loaded, but because of his position, we switched to the HE. Still getting a juicy chunk. We know that if you aim superstructure, you can still get almost 20k, especially against American and German battleships. But again, HE is loading here. We're getting set on fire. We still have a decent chunk, and you can see our Will to Rebuild start to activate, which is just kind of a cheap play. If I was the Kurfürst, I would target the Des Moines because that removes my Will to Rebuild. But here's the Kurfürst, who just got off of, I think he put out a single fire, and turning broadside. I guess he wanted to get all guns on target. I'm not exactly sure, as we tick down actually below 10,000 health here. But obviously, thanks to skill to rebuild, we are able to get that back up here. Alphonse in the Des Moines puts him back on fire, and I think we get the kill. Yes, we do get the kill on him here. There's only 2 ships left, but again, this is just how to play Two Brothers. You poke your nose around the first island, you see what the team gives you. If there's 3 ships pushing and you're by yourself, then you back up. You don't just YOLO around the corner. A lot of people, it's just the lack of critical thinking in this game astonishes me. But anyway, here we have 2 ships left, and you guys saw the thumbnail. There is a nice little medal that we do get here. And I tell Alphonse to radar because we knew that Colbert was close in his island position. We actually catch him coming around the corner. We aim it a touch high. Both Alphonse and I fire, and good night. Thanks for playing. I think we got all of his health gone in seconds there. And the Marlborough actually turns broadside. We pop our reload booster, and well, just wait. As Spartan says, wait for it. We get a little unlucky. I think one of those shells. No, they actually all cleared, but we get a little unlucky with dispersion there. 2 citadels and a nice little chunk to finish off the game here with a nice 207,000 damage total. I'm not sure if I get another shot on the tail section of that Marlboro, but the game is pretty much over at this point. I think we end up killing him, but because of our efforts in the middle there, we get a beautiful damage total and just a perfect how-to on how to push the middle. Now, if you're doing this solo, you need to play it a lot slower. You can't push around as aggressively, and if there are other people coming up the middle, you need to threat assess. If you're a battleship and it's a cruiser, can you overmatch him? Or can he out DPM you? Or if you're a cruiser, is there a destroyer, etc.? I just see a lot of people with very, very little critical thinking skills as I combine those two words there. But it's just frustrating to me because it's like, oh, there's a DD in his smoke screen. Let me just rush in with my battleship. It's like, no. Why don't we think about things for a minute? Like, do you have Hydro as a battleship? Oh, there's a radar cruiser. Let me smoke up. No. Oh, I spawned at A. Should I leave C? And that just is, I guess epitomized. Is that a word on Two Brothers? People just leaving their spawns, etc. I know some people want to go up the middle. Like we had a game today where a Palmer spawned on the right and wanted to go up the middle. That's fine. But you need to, as a team, you need to adjust that accordingly as we get a nice 2,800 score here. With Alphonse getting a few kills and RT doing his job as well. A nice little 200,000 damage total there, Fireproof and a Dreadnought. Without Will to rebuild, we still probably would have survived, but we know that Will is just the broken thing that is going to be nerfed according to Wargaming. So shout out to both RT and Alphonse for that game. Alphonse played that like an absolute pro, not pushing ahead recklessly, playing his angles, utilizing his utility as a radar cruiser. So that is a fun little game for you guys. Not much to teach about that one, but just a fun game of Two Brothers going up the middle there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys go up the middle on Two Brothers? Do you guys hold your position? What do you guys think of that? But yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Aaron out. Peace.